What's up, YouTube? What's up? Long, cold day. I got stuck in the going up a little hill. I had to get pulled out. Oh God, this is Badlands, but for real, it's just horrible to drive to this. You don't have to drive through this. Don't. I've driven through these types of situations a couple of times. So I just matter of taking your time. Right now we're getting loaded at a 3M. Going to another 3M in DeKalb, Illinois. And what else? All right. So today we're going to talk about, is trucking still worth it in 2021? It depends on you as a person. You're coming into the game, you're just getting a CDL. If you're watching the news the last about month, 2 months, you see all these wrecks, all these all the weather. That's where, to be honest, from the outside looking in, where it always comes down to where it's almost not worth it, because I mean the money's worth it, but there's no money worth your life. You know, there's no money, there's not enough money in trucking that you can put a price on your life, because these trucks, this road, it has no friends. Even when you own the truck, that truck is not your friend. That truck is a tool. Now, it's all nice. It's nice to have a nice shiny chrome, all the lights, you know what I mean, decked out, you know what I mean. But that truck could take your life. Or the guy next to you, his truck could take your life. I mean, he's driving it, he's things, but maybe his lack of experience can cause y'all to wreck and you can lose your life. So that's my take on it right now going into 2021. It's almost, you really got to think about it if you're coming into it. Now the money's good, and the views and the sightseeing, stuff like that, it's beautiful. It's the other stuff that comes that a lot of people really don't talk about, or they do, but they really, you really don't feel it until you're in the seat and you're dealing with it on a day-to-day basis, where it's like, you know, when it's like another day, just another day, it's just really what it is. Just another day is another day. Especially I drove all 2020, and it was rough, because there was a lot of things that were in place that made my life harder already. Because when you're in the truck, it's survival mode. You're a minimalist. You're on the road for days at a time with the bare minimum. Like, of course, you got food, you got your waters, you got your food, of course you have a refrigerator, your microwave. I mean, you can stock up, but it's not like being at home. You know, the tough part, here's the tough part: when they shut down or close some of these rest areas, or they make it impossible to go anywhere to use the bathroom, that's where you're like, wow. You know, this is probably the only job in the country where peeing in a bottle, you getting paid to take a piss in a bottle. I mean, serious, it's the only job. that's kind of like a thing, like that happens, you know. And truck drivers have a bad reputation of pissing in bottles. Oh God, hey, these days that it's been like 0 degrees, my body's already aching already. These guys are beating me up. They're beating me up my trailer up. These guys here, this guy here, like, just in these days where it's been 0 degree, I don't want to get out the truck. My body's already aching from, one, being in the seat all those hours, two, just going to the truck. By the time you find a parking spot, ideally you're not gonna find a spot to park your truck to walk inside. You're gonna have to walk a solid 2 or 3 minutes in this temperature, you know. And my body's already a little achy from the cold, and then I got stuck today, of all things, in this weather, going up a hill, and I was out there for an hour trying to get myself unstuck. And you know, thank God, oh Jesus, they got to those 2 guys that came up and asked, hey, you need some help? Because I was like, I was about 3 seconds from just calling the company and tell them, hey man, you know, I'm stuck. You know what I mean? I hate calling the company or calling my boss for anything that's just like, I probably could have avoided, but it's kind of hard because it's hard to tell what solid ground. And I had went off into soft ground. It just, I got unloaded. I was running empty, trying to go pick up this load that I'm on right now. I'm loading up right now, and just like, you don't have that weight to just get you, you know, put the weight on the tires. So again, is trucking worth it in 2021? I'm really thinking about it too. Like, this is unscripted. Another thing that's not a big talked about, but it's kind of obvious, but it's not really, is the strain it puts on your family. Now, I have a wife and 2 kids at home. Whatever situations in trucking that I put myself into is with them in mind. Now, am I gonna take a local job? No, because I feel like local don't pay enough unless you own the truck. Unless you own a truck, right? And that's ultimately the goal, right? This is why everybody wants to be an owner out, because they want to be home more, right? But there's so much science behind it, right? There's so many wheels, there's so many different things that come with it. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go buy myself a truck and I'm gonna be home every day and I'm gonna make my truck's gonna gross $8,000 a week. You know what I mean? That's not everybody's situation. And $8,000 a week in a truck, for the truck to gross, is okay money but that's not $8,000 you put in your pocket. That's $8,000 that the truck grosses, and the truck is gonna eat diesel, a maintenance fund, all the stuff that comes with it, insurance. You know, if you're leased on to a company, or if you pay if you have your own authority, you know, it may vary. I mean, but it's the deductibles. Are the truck paid off? Are you making payments on the truck? You know, most likely you don't have insurance, so that's like a deductible that comes out of the truck. Because like, that's like, if you had a regular job, they would be giving you benefits. But when you drive a truck and you own the truck because you want to be home more, right? But you want to make good money, but you want to be home more. And good money for everybody is different. Everybody's situation at home, the living situation is different. And really, when you start day one and they 400 or whatever, right? And between those days, your living situation and your living situation might change. Your whole mentality about money is gonna change. I mean, for some people, there's other people that, you know, they've never gotten a consistently, you know, $1,200, $1,500 checks. So for them, they're balling out. When you come from making $300 a week to $1,500 a week, I mean, that's big for a lot of people. You know, you have a family, that's when it gets kind of like, you realize that $1,500 is not, it's good money. It's good money, but you can easily misspend that money very quickly. You know, and especially like times like this where, like, is it really worth it? If it was up to me, if I had my own truck, which this whole scenario, like, I had to stay in the truck for Valentine's Day. Now I'm driving to this. Now it just puts me into my mindset where, like, I definitely need to get my own equipment, because it's just straining on, it's just straining because it's cool and all, and like I said, the money's good, but you know, I've said the money's good multiple times, and depending where you at in your experience, or where you at in trucking, you're gonna agree with me. Now, there's some guys that, you know, they're stuck. They're just in a bad situation. They don't know how to get out of the bad situation. You know, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't force him to drink. You know, and there's plenty of information, and I'll go on my own insight. If you're starting out from zero, if you want to follow the path that I took, where within my first year I was making the same money as someone that was driving 2 years, 3 years, really 3 or 4 years, you know, and just as a company driver. So I'm gonna make another video. I got another one coming out. We already dropped the I don't know what I got. Hold on, let me see. Scatterbrain. Let me see. You2. Yeah. I just saw a last video with discussing little issue with the dispatcher, so we're resolving that. I mean, I think it's fine now, no more issues. But yeah, just put down in the comments, what do you think, what do you feel, what I should be talking about, like what you want to know my opinion on. And again, it's my opinion. You know, the only opinion that you should be, you know, listening to is your own. You know what I mean? Just take mine. Just take mine and just see what makes the most sense. All right, I'll see you guys later.